Greetings and welcome back to the channel. We're going to continue in our Airbus helicopter flight practice. Had good success with the H160, so now we're going to take the 145 and do the same flight, and then probably follow it up with the Robinson R66 same flight. So the 160 has breathed new life back into me on helicopter flying, and this one I've had for quite a while. The 160 got me back to where I wanted to continue tweaking this one on in. So anyway, this is my favorite livery. I've had it for a while. My favorite setup is the emergency rescue helicopter. I've got it all decked out just the way I like to fly it. So I've gone in and set sensitivities and got it all set up. It's really a lot better flying for me now than in the past. It's a gorgeous helicopter. Love the paint. Really nice helicopter. HPG is just rules in helicopter production for sure. So anyway, enough said about how nice this is. I've run a few missions in this in the past, and I'll probably get into some more with it as I continue flying. So let's try to sneak on in board here. Trying to go easy with my drone cam. Get right about where I need to be, and we'll pop it. There we go. That's good enough. All right. Welcome aboard the H145 HIMS unit. We are, once again, we're in Grand Case. We're just going to lift, do a little autopilot flight over to St. Bert's. Nothing fancy. We're just getting the familiarization with the systems again. We will I will do a slow startup process. I do not use checklists. Get all the fun stuff out of the way. Okay, so let's look at settings before we ever get going. So on this one, a little bit different. I don't like using trim release in it because it is quite squirrely, a lot more than the 160. But here we go. We got, of course, I do fly with the Puma, and I have Brunner rudder pedals. So we have cyclic control, no springs. The SAS stability level is -50 on the cyclic. Dead zone is a 5. Center displace reset time 250 milliseconds. I like quick response. Tail rotor is centering spring. SAS stability level is a -75. Dead zone's 11. The collective is an SAS stability level of -75. So let's go look at the sensitivity settings of the Brunner, or not the Brunner, but the Puma itself. And then we'll try to get started up and rolling. So once again, I don't know why this thing, sometimes you can click around and bring it to life, but sometimes it's been hanging since one of the updates a while back, so we'll have to go back again here. Try it again. Sometimes it rolls right through. Sometimes it kind of hangs up over time. It's kind of frustrating when you're trying to make tweaks and adjustments. See, there it does again. Golly, come on. There we go. Come on. Wonder if any of y'all out there are having this kind of issue with this controls options page as well. There we go, finally. All right, so we'll go right to sensitivities here, get this out of the way real quick. All right, so on this one, I'm running sensitivity a positive 39. More sensitive. This is the negative side, positive side. Same thing on this would be 39% plus. Dead zone 1%, and then on the collective, I've got a dead zone of 2. Everything else is. So there's the extremity dead zone, should not be there. There we go. All right. Alright, so that's where I run at. So I gotta go back and relearn all the button presses on this. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. We're looking for battery, master battery. On. Standby battery on. Let's see, external lights. It's critical passenger instruments. Anti-collision position lights. We'll go ahead and bring our strobe on. And we will get fired up. Bring on primer pump number 2 and let's hit start. Well, that's firing up. We're going to center up. Everything looks good, okay. Number 1. Avionics on. DC receptacle. Heaters on. Emergency floats armed. SAS system. Okay. flight, idle. IBF call. Air conditioner on. Sure what it's telling me with the IBF clog. We'll put that to norm. That's the instrument light. There we go. Right. Set the altimeter. 3006. Check. All set. Everybody buckled up back there. All right. Roger, Rangers. Let's go. Total hands flying. This does not have an auto lift or takeoff mode. It does have auto hover. We'll try that on the other side when we come in. We'll take off over that way. Wind coming from our left, pretty strong. I feel it blowing us. Lean into it a little bit. So I like the way I got my Pumas dialed in for the AFCS system. This one's flying really remarkable well. If I go to trim release, it does get awful squirrely and hard to handle. So I've almost resigned myself to just fly this way. So let's get ready. We're going to test autopilot flight, and here we go. Autopilot on. Alright, let's go altitude up. Go to 1,000 feet. Speed her up. Controlling with the beep trim. stay away from the runway. We cross between the runway and the hill. We're right up there about red line. Sync up our collective. We are hands free, baby. Take a look at the outside. We are level. We are auto flight. Gorgeous. How about that? That's enough looking in the mirror. Alright, let's go find our island. Be it way back over there. So I mimicked the same control setup as the 160. It working through that kind of made sense on some other things on this one. So I run, like I said, the same control setup. Bump that 140 a little bit. We're going too close to red line. So this time we'll drop down the hill for landing into the wind, because that's it. Be consistently out of the let's call it the northeast. Buck up a little more speed here. We'll go right there, we'll go 140. She's going to attain. Love it. So we can declutter a little bit here. I haven't gone through and set up the 750s. Just how I like to run them. Usually on these duals, I'll run one with north up and one heading up. So I haven't even gone through to set them up yet. The 145 rumbles the butt kicker a little bit better than the 160, that's for sure. You just gotta, might be the engine vibration setting off of FS Realistic. I need to explore that a little more on the 160. Just get a constant, consistent vibration through it. It's really nice. So I've got this thing set up like I like it. I probably fly this variant more than anything else because we have the whatchamacallit on the side out there, the hoist. And this, we can hoist our fellas out and all that. We'll get into that another day. We'll run some rescue missions. But as I was working through the 160, I kept trying to come over and bring stuff over to this one. And this morning I had some time, and the 160's dialed in so well, I went ahead and got this one all set. By far the nicest helicopters in the simulator. The automation on these are just still amazes me. We've got our flotation devices on our skids down there. They're armed, and should we need to have an emergency landing over water, as far as I know, it's a requirement to have floats when you're over the water. I know when they fly airplanes and stuff, they have to have rafts and flotation devices and all that on board. Learned that from Steve-O, One Canevo, all his flying in the Bahamas. So, like I was talking about, the trim release on this one is a lot more squirrelier than the 160, so this one flies so well in AFCS mode. I don't really like the trim release at all, just to maybe reset something. But once I set center before I fly, it's usually all I need. The rest is just either a choice between hands-on or autopilot flight. They are dialed in. Like that went to night mode. Oop. Let's go autopilot away. And fly in. We'll try a little trim release. You see, it's way squirrely up. It's gonna kill me. I'm staying away from that dude. So I wouldn't do anything with that except maybe a quick click like that. There we go. That's all it's going to be good for. So it flies good enough as is. What happened here? Come on. There we go. We're going to drop her in over the hill. Yeah, I do not like the trim release on this one. Aim for that rock. There's a little wedge right there. Start in on the runway. I did relieve a little tension on my cyclic. Should flow a little smoother now. A lot smoother on the slight power adjustments. And you gotta watch your tail, you don't drop it too quick. A little bit of ground effect coming over the hill, or aiming for number 10. Catch auto hover. Got it. So nice. Okay. Auto hover away. Taxi with the wind. Good practice. Landing light. Watch it, pal. I trust him. Yeah, dude. Okay. I say it flies just fine in AFCS mode. I'm just going to leave it like that. Occasionally pop that trim release up. Just the quick taps if I ever need it, which I don't think I will. Skids down. Rock and roll, baby. Wow, crazy. Smooth set down. I'm just not used to my skids back there. I think I got them extended. Let's go have a quick look. I've got a lot of stuff going on back there on those skids. Well, this is my flying. We need to fix that. I'll do that later. But anyway, I won't even do a shutdown. What I'm going to do is go get the Robinson and do the same flight back over with it. Alright. Thanks for checking out the video. See you on the Robinson R66 flight. Bye-bye.